Good afternoon, friends. Hope you can hear my voice and see the screen. Give me a quick check, please. Okay, so let us learn another very important topic, which is approach. So today we are going to learn the approach one, which is good and excellent approach. So how will we know the approach is good or excellent? That is what we are going to learn. And this is extremely important as far as price action is concerned. So before I do so, before I take you to the session slides, I would request each one of you to go through the disclaimer first, and then we will proceed. Okay, then let's start today's session, which is about approach. So today we are going to learn approach one, good and excellent approach. Okay. So what is an approach? In technical analysis, approach means how price is coming down or going up to your level. Okay. Say you have already marked a level which is a trap zone. Say it is an MIP demand, and now you are waiting for the trade to happen, right? You know there is a trap zone and you can trade it, right? But only having a trap zone, I mean marking a trap zone may not give you a big trade. Okay, so sometimes in the current market price also, price gives some kind of a signal that the zone might break, right? So we need to know that part as well. We need to analyze the current market price as well. So we need to analyze how price is coming down to your level. Is it coming down in a very good approach, right? If you can read the good approach, then you know your trap zone is going to give a big RR, right? And if the approach is bad, then what will happen? Your trap zone will give some reaction for sure, but then what will happen? Your trap zone will eventually break. So an approach can be good as well as it can be bad. So if an approach is good, we will take the trade, right? That will be our decision. If an approach is bad, we ignore the trade or abort it, right, completely. Or we may take a small trade there, maybe a small trade. We'll learn about it in the next session. So today we are going to learn about the good approach part. And in our next couple of sessions, we will learn about the bad approach part. So we need to know both sides before we, go for the trade. So there is something called compression. Okay, so compression is a good and excellent approach. Okay, compression is a good and excellent approach. So what is compression? In technical analysis, compression means a series of tested zones. Okay, a series of tested zones. When tested zones form one after another in a diagonal formation, ascending or descending channel, wedge, triangle like shapes, then this series of diagonal tested zone formation is known as compression or CP. We call it as a CP. The CP is the abbreviation basically. So what happens there? So when a level or zone is tested or compressed, it means all the orders, right? All the orders, whatever was available there, all the pending orders, they are completely filled. So if there is no order, that means price is going to break it and move up. Okay, so tested zones do not work basically. Okay, so now if there is a series of tested zone forms in a diagonal manner, we call it as a compression. Why? Because inside compression all the orders were taken out. Okay, so the types of compression in approach. So you have a no sound. Everyone give me a quick check whether you can hear my voice and see the screen. Ravi is not getting sound. Audible? Yes. I think Ravi, you have forgot to click the phone button. Okay, I think it's a specific issue from his side. Let us continue. We can catch up in recording as well. So we have two type of compressions basically. One is the compression in approach. So what happens? There is a trap zone you have marked, and you are supposed to take a trade there, right? You have marked your entry, you have marked your stop loss, you have a target, and price is slowly coming down to your zone by creating a lot of tested zones. So what does that mean? Price is coming down towards your zone, but while coming down towards your zone, it is taking out all the opposite orders, whatever was there in the price, all the orders. And because of that, what will happen? There will be, say, no sell orders, and the trap zone, demand trap zone is there, where will be a lot of buy orders. What will happen? The price will shoot up from your trap zone. Okay, so this is compression in approach. Same way, another thing we have seen that your level where you are planning to take the trade, a trap zone, the trap zone itself is compressed. I mean, the trap zone you wanted to trade is tested. Okay, what does that mean? Your trap zone, whatever orders were there, is taken out. So there is no pending order. Even if there is a trap zone and it is tested, what will happen? It will break, right? So there are two types of compression. Compression in approach, which is good for us. Compression at the level is not good for us. Okay. So compression in approach means price is coming to the trap zone by filling out all the opposite orders. This is good for us. As there is no opposite order left due to compression, hence price can shoot up from the trap zone very fast. Compression at the level, compressed zone means the trap zone you want to trade is tested, hence all the orders are probably filled there and there is no pending orders left, and eventually the trap zone may break. Okay, so these are the two type of compressions what we find in a chart. Okay, so let us see how the things happen. Now this is what a question asked by Anshul just before I was coming to the session, right? So the answer is here. A trap zone can be tested in the same time frame where it is appearing. It can be compressed in the same time frame, or it can be compressed in a lower time frame. Okay, so the lower time frame is also important. If it is tested in the lower time frame, then also it is compressed. Maybe in the higher time frame, it is showing very nice level. There is no, it's a beautiful looking level, but in lower time frame, if the level is tested, that means that level is compressed and it is going to break. And this is one of the reasons why many times you ask me that PG, see, this is a trap zone, this is a break limit zone, this is a reverse zone, why it broke? And I said, okay, I will discuss it later on, and this is why it broke, right? So we have an analysis to further validate whether my level is going to work or not. So how will I know that there is pending orders or not? If the level is good, it will have good zones. If the level is poor, it will have tested zones. And if it has tested zones, the chances of breaking it will be high. Now, one thing, price is very dynamic, friends, right? As I say every time. So say on a certain day you thought that the level is compressed, you are not taking the trade and price bounced, you should not be worried about that, because 90% time it fails. So you should follow the rules. Even if one or two levels, compressed level, give reaction, you don't have to worry. Okay. So this sometimes happens, just to make the novices. I mean, they try to show the novices, no, this is not compression, price go up as well, right? So that is not the case at all. Okay. So what happening is, this is a candle, this is a candlestick chart, price is moving up, creates a brace candle, drops. So this is a rally based drop formed and a resistance formed. Then price again rallied, created a base candle at the resistance and breaks and closes above the resistance. So what kind of a zone formed, friends? What kind of a zone? Is this an important zone? I mean, is this a zone where we like to trade, where demand exceeds supply? Yes, this is a break limit zone. We all know. So we can mark it and say this is a break limit zone. Now what happens next? Price creates a base candle, comes down to your break limit zone, creates another base candle. This is something we call as FTB. What is FTB means? FTB means first time back. So to my break limit zone, this is the first time price has come. Whether it is going to work or not, it will surely work, because this is a fresh level and where price has come the first time, and hence price moved up. Okay. Now again what happened? So now what we can say, our break limit zone is tested, because price has already retraced back to that level and then moved up. Okay. So this break limit zone is now tested. Okay. So once break limit zone tested, what happened? Price again came back to the zone. Okay. So it may break it, or it may again react from the level. Okay. Why? Because at the beginning we have discussed many times that I mean, in a particular session we have talked about 3 touches, that is the international thing, 3 taps to a zone, 3 taps to a support resistance, right? If you remember, the same thing happens for a trap zone itself. Till the 3rd time we can trade based on other signals. What signals I will teach you later on. Okay. But till the 3 time, I mean, a zone, trap zone can be traded for 3 times. Okay. But after the 3rd touch, we should not try to trade it. Okay. This doesn't mean that trap zones always give 3 reactions. Sometimes it fails after 1 reaction also. So what happened? Price came back 2nd time. So we call it as 2TB. 2TB means 2nd time back. Okay, to the break limit zone. Understand here. This is not a level. The main level is here. Okay, understand the concept here. This is an authentic level. This is the main level. And this is a reaction level where prices come and it is a reaction. So even if, I mean, price moves up from this level, price moves up from this level, still it is not a reaction of FTB, it is a reaction of the first and the main level. So whenever you read a chart, you need to look at where you need to find out which level is the main level, and rest all are reactions of it, and you can count these reactions. Okay, so this is FTB, this is 2TB, then again if it comes, it can be 3TB, it can, I mean, a level can give multi reactions, I mean even 100 reactions. Okay, possible. Okay, so the more it gives reactions, we will count all those reactions, say 3TB, 4TB, 5TB, like that. Okay, and this will help to understand how many times prices come back to this level and this level has given reaction. So this will tell us also that all the orders, whatever is placed here, what happens? It is getting filled. First time again got some amount got filled. Second time some amount got filled. Third time maybe another set of orders get filled. And at the end, on the fourth time, there might be no orders, and what will happen? Price will fall down through that. Okay, so this is how I mean, so this is how the trap zones are traded. And once a trap zone gets created, it can give a maximum of 3 touches or 3 bounces. Okay, so this is an example of the test, right? So after the FTB, when price is returning, we call that the break limit zone is tested, right? We do not call it as fresh. The break limit zone can test it, and price might break it, because at the first test also the pending orders can be filled. This is one warning. Okay, if there is another signal of the price, then only this break limit zone can be traded twice or thrice. If there is no signal, we cannot trade it, because the level is tested for me. Okay, so the tested level often breaks. Okay, so this is an example. This is Coal India. Some time back this trade was there. As you can see, what kind of a level is this one, friends? What kind of a level is this one? Can anybody tell me what kind of a level is this one? If you fail, then only I will show you. No, this is not a reverse zone. I'm sorry, Victor, this is not a reverse zone. Where is authentic zone which got engulfed? Yes, Jayaprasad, I'm sure. It is an MIP, because this is a small resistance which got engulfed, another resistance got created, price came down, moved up, this resistance also being engulfed. So price created a V shape in the chart. So this is an MIP. I have marked the MIP, price came down to the MIP. So what happened here? This is my first test, price moved up. Okay, first test, price moved up, took out some order. Second test, price moved up, took out some order. Third test, this is 3TB, and price moved up, and thereafter on the fourth test, what happened? Your MIP got engulfed. Okay, so this is how I mean, this is when happens. I mean, when your levels gets tested, I mean, in the same time frame. This is a scenario where the level is tested in the same time frame in the HTF itself. So what happened here? This is a HTF chart. As you can see, this is a daily chart, and where the MIP got created and price is in uptrend. So you will always be thinking of going long. And what happened? This MIP, I mean, it failed. In fact, there is a test here. This candle has tested the wick of this candle, probably. So this MIP failed to give reaction, and after the third touch, it broke. So once, if you are still in the trade, and this is a de-risking point, if you have de-risked and price is, I mean, oscillating here, after the 3 touch and price is going deep, you should be booking out, because in that case, price can break down. So this is a example. This is an example of the level is tested in the same time frame. Okay. Similarly, this is another scenario. This is Coal India, and as you can see, this is a level right? This is not a break limit zone, right? This is not a source of engulf, but I mean it is a source of engulf. This is the source and got engulf. Price came back to it, gave a small reaction, right? So this zone here, this was fresh, right? This was fresh before this reaction. Before this reaction, this was fresh. What happened basically? What I wanted to show you here, in the higher time frame, this zone looks fresh, rally base rally. This zone looks fresh, rally base rally. This part, just ignore this part. This level is rally base rally. But when you go to a lower time frame, in hourly time frame, the same zone, this same zone, you may see there is a small zone, price moved up, and then there is a big wick down. Can you see this green candle have a big wick down? This wick has tested the level, right? And then price moved up, then only this rally happened. Okay, so when this kind of a scenario happens, we say the level is compressed in a lower time frame. Though in a higher time frame the level is fresh, but in a lower time frame, whatever levels were inside that green area, I mean that rectangle, were tested. So once that is tested, price came down again second time. Another test happened, and then it failed and breaks the level, right? Are you all getting it? How the compression happens in the level one, in the HTF chart itself, it is tested. And the second is, in the HTH chart, it is clear, it is a good zone. Say whatever zone, it is a good zone, right? But when you go one time frame below, you are seeing that the whatever zones are inside that level, all are tested. If that is the scenario, that means this zone is going to break because this zone is compressed. Okay, so this is compression at the level. These two scenarios. Now another scenario is price is dropping, creating a base candle, went down. This is a support which price engulfed, and the support line is cutting through the base candle. So we know a fresh key level or supply break limit zone got created in this chart. Okay, so we have this fresh key level, and price is dropping, might be a downtrend going on, and we know that we can trade it, and we have marked this level, right? We have marked this level. Now after marking, price will come up to your zone for sure. Today, tomorrow, or maybe a week after, or even a month after, price will come up to your zone. When will you will take the trade? You have marked the proximal line and the distal line as well, right? So what happens? Price starts coming up to your zone, right? So price moves up, creates a rally base rally, zone 1, comes down, tests the I'm not concerned what kind of a zone is this, okay? Test the zone, because I am not going to take the trade there. Test the zone, moves up, creates another zone, right? Again, price comes down, test the second zone as well, and then price moves up, by this creating another zone. Look what is happening. Price is coming up towards your main level, key level, and while coming up, price is continuously creating demand zones, and not only creating demand zones but also immediately it is coming down and taking out all the orders whatever being placed at this level. Okay, so by this what happening? All the pending orders are getting out of the way. Okay, this is how the institutions understand the logic behind this. This is how the institutions, they bring the price back towards their key level before shorting, or maybe going long if it is a demand level. Okay, so by this what happens? Basically this push up are done by the institutions only. They buys and then they sells. They buys, they then sells. By this they pushes the price up towards their level. And understand all these trend players who knows trend very very well, right? Super players. So what they do, they take this as a signal of bullishness because price is creating high, low, higher high, higher low, and another higher high. So what does this mean? This means uptrend. This means uptrend, and they start buying at all these zones. Okay, and this is what the institution wants. They want the novices to start buying in the expectation of price going up. Okay, and by this way, what they do, they take the price up to the key level, and on the way up, they takes out all the demand orders, pending orders. So the only order what is available at this place is at the supply key level, because it is a sell order which is available, a lot of sell order, because this is a fresh level. Understand, this is a fresh level, and all these are tested levels. So there is no order. So what happens basically, this is known as compression in approach. So this is my level, and the approach towards my level is fully compressed. That means it is fully tested. Okay. So when that happens, slowly price starts moving up again. Price comes down. Zone number 3 is also tested now. Moves up. Another zone, I'm sorry, this is zone number 4. Zone number 4 gets created. Price comes down. Test the zone number 4 as well. And now all these you can call as a MIP as well. Isn't it? Think about it. Someone was showing me one MIP inside a bigger level yesterday, if you remember, and price fallen down from there as well. First it gave a reaction, and then, so this can be called as a MIP as well, isn't it? So compression is a series of MIPs basically, okay, and these MIPs are all tested immediately. Okay, so what happened, this particular candle came down, test the zone, okay, test the zone, and then thereafter what happened, uh, price, I mean, in this particular chart, what happened, there is a fresh key level and price is moving by creating, testing all the demand zones. Okay, so this test, this testing of all the demand zones, if you check, is happening in a diagonal manner. Okay, it is happening in a diagonal manner. So when a set of tested levels gets created in a diagonal manner, then we call it as a compression, and this compression is in approach. Sometimes some charts there is no key levels, friends, right? Even there is no left side, it is hovering at all time high, right? It is hovering at all time high, and the particular chart you will see completely compressed and moving up, still moving up and up, uh, pushing the price up by testing all the zones. And thereafter, after a couple of days, you will see that stock has fallen down like heavily through the compression. When there is compression, price will always try to go through the compression. This is a very important aspect uh, of the trading. So think about it, friends. Think about it. Till now, you are only trying to find out a MIP. So say this is an MIP, right? This is an MIP, and prices come up to your MIP. So what happens? Your target will always be limited for this kind of a MIP. Okay, because this is not a trend. This is a false trend MIP. Okay, so this is something you need to understand. Okay, so now next what happens, price creates a pro gap, right? This pro gap is created because of the reaction of this zone, right? And then what happens? This pro gap helps price to enter the fresh supply zone. And understand, at all these levels the institution is actually selling, okay, small quantities in stack, and here at this point he puts all his order, and thereafter what happens? Price stops there, and then a big fall happens. This is known as kaboom. Okay, so this is how the price falls through the compression in a big manner. You can open any chart, friends, and mark all the compressions. You will see how price has fallen through it. There are n number of examples. There are n number of examples, and whenever a chart is creating a compression, it will surely go and try to enter the compression for sure. And once it enters the compression, it will fall through the compression, and big trades happen through the compression. Okay, so this is compression in approach. Now sometimes, as in this particular approach, we have a break limit zone. It could be a MIP, it could be a any sort of key level, right? So in some cases, as I said, there will be no key levels. It will be all-time high. In all-time high, you should wait. If you see a lot of compression, you will wait, because you don't have a zone where you can trade. So you will wait for a reverse zone formed at this area somewhere. And once the reverse zone is formed, you can take a trade, and believe me, this kind of a big trade will happen, right? So this is the power of compression. Okay. Any challenges, friends? Any challenges that you didn't understood? What is compression in approach? How this happens? And whenever it is happening, compression is in approach is so very good thing. I mean, it's a excellent approach, because I know my break limit zone has all the orders, and against my break limit zone there is no orders because there is compression, and my break limit zone is going to give me a big target, right? Any questions? Any challenges? Any questions? Any challenges? Anshul has a question. If the key level is compressed and we know when price coming back to that level, then it's high probability of break. Then that compressed break level we will use for hidden zone. Yes, you can use it for hidden zone, right? That is a different story altogether. Currently understand why a level fails. A level fails because it is tested either in the same time frame or in a lower time frame. And when there is a series of tested zones, that helps our level to give big reactions. Okay. Okay. So what about others? Nobody is answering. Everybody got confused about compression. Don't worry if you are confused. I will take you through time and again. This is the easiest concept probably, and very nice concept. Okay, so I have some videos also. Don't worry, I will take you through that, and that will help you if you are confused. Or you might have slept. I don't know. It's afternoon time and nice time after having lunch. Richter says most of the zones will be tested in lower time frame. Let it be, and if it is tested, I'm not going to take a trade there, right? I'm not going to take a trade there. If it is tested, you have to avoid it. That also means there is another zone, maybe a level over level, and you need to take the trade in the lower level, right? So that also means that if the upper level is compressed, then only the price will come down to the lower level. Okay. So similarly to compression, this is a part of compression and also harmonics. if anybody has ever touched harmonics, will come across a topic called three drives. Okay, so in price action also we have the same topic of three drives, and three drives basically forms inside an ascending or descending channel. I mean, it's what happens there, price creates three equal shaped triangles in the chart. Okay, and this, while creating this triangle, again every zone there will be tested. Okay, there will be compression, but price will create three drives. So these three drives are also very nice. It happens, I mean, when price is coming up or down to your level. Okay, this tells us that the level we have marked, it is going to work. Okay, so this is a small chart. There is a reverse zone, right? Price came very near to it and dropped, and now look, price is coming. We have placed our entry here, our stop loss have worked, and we know we were going to take the trade. And what happened here? Price started moving in a ascending channel, and look what is happening. Price is creating one drive, one triangle is one drive, second drive, this is two triangles, second drive, and this is the third triangle. The third drive, and price then moves up to the zone, and look, price drops through the triangle, because this is also compression. As you can see, all the zones there are tested, all the zones there are tested, and hence price breaks through. So the topmost MIP here in this chart, as because this is a part of a compression, it will not work and price will drop. Okay, so this is one thing you need to look at. This is known as three drives, and I mean, it forms almost all the time in approach. So you need to have a clear understanding of three drives and compression. This is going to work like anything, right? Okay, so three drive in approach tells us our trap zone is going to give us a big target. So this is another example of three drive. Price is moving up by creating some accumulations, and here it created a distribution, as you can see, and the breakdown happened, sorry. And after the breakdown, what price started doing, here is a key level and maybe a reverse zone, and price started moving in one triangle, two triangle, and three triangle, breaks it and goes down. So this is our three drive formation in the chart, and as you can see, all the levels inside the three drive is tested. So that means this is compression and price will fall through, right? And if you check this chart, I probably has taken on October 2017. Somebody asked me for a prediction, basically when price was here, I said it will go down. I think at least this, it has actually went down here, went up, and then again dropped. I think this is Apollo Hospital. Okay, so and so this is known as three drives. Any challenges, friends? Any question about three drives? It's three drives are three equal triangle-like shape in the chart. These triangles form one after another inside a ascending triangle or a descending, sorry, inside a ascending channel or a descending channel. Okay. Okay. So we will, when we will be in the live sessions, we will find a lot of this thing in the chart. A three drive in approach is very, very good, and price is going to give us a big target. Okay. So as we have learned about three drive and compression, the next very important thing we need to understand is something called a liquidity spike or gap. Okay. So when compression or three drive, this is very important, when compression and three drive is completed in the chart, but still key level is little far off. I mean the level, the level we wanted to take the trade is still far. We expect a liquidity spike there or a novice gap to take the price inside the key level. Now, why this key liquidity spike happens? Because a liquidity spike is like a 90-degree movement up of the price. Okay, it's a 90-degree movement of the price. Okay, and with this 90-degree rally, what happens, friends? After say something like a free drive formed in the price, and then this is a liquidity spike happening. This is high, low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower, sorry, higher low. I'm so sorry. This is higher low. This is also higher low. Okay. So what is happening? This is uptrend for many trend traders, and thereafter this is a big rally happening. What will happen with the voices? Yes, Anshul. Emotion says it will only go up, and I should be buying because green candles. I feel very good when I see green candles. You know? And all the retailers, all the novices, they start buying. But this liquidity spike after a 3 drive or a compression is a trap. Okay, it happens just to take the price to the key level, and once price reaches the key level, a big drop happens, and that takes the price down. Okay. Just a second. Just a second. So as it is done to bring the price to the key level, this often creates confusion, fear or greed, right? Greed for buyers, and fear for sellers. Something like that happens. Okay. So amongst the retail traders, by looking into the strong pull up or the rally, the retail trader starts buying and the institutions start selling, because they will get a lot of feel of their selling orders, my dear friends. Okay, and there will be a key level, and from there the price will drop down and all the novices will lose their money, and vice versa for a demand zone. Okay. So Anshul says, I forgot the chart price exactly react back from 859 level yesterday where you put target. Maybe something like this. Yes, probably. I don't know. Right. So this is what happens. The retailers ultimately loses all the money. These are the games. These are the traps you need to understand here. Okay. So okay, probably. I don't remember, Anshul. I take so many live sessions, so many charts. I am the most in the world's most forgetful person. Okay. I forget everything. Whatever I analyze, the next moment I forget. Okay, that is what happens. And when that's why I put alert for all my analysis. And then what happens? The thread tiger doesn't work. The alert system doesn't work. I miss the trade. So this is something happens with me. It is not possible for a person to remember all the setups. Every day I analyze 150 to 200 charts every day. So think, is it possible to remember? So how it happens, this is just a representation, price drops, and this is my fresh key level, whatever it is, a break limit zone, MIP, reverse zone, whatever you choose. Okay, and then the same way, this is a zone got created, price comes back, tests the zone, moves up, again another zone gets created, price comes down, tests the zone, moves up. So by this what happened, the compression started. Again another zone got created, price came back, tested, moved up. Now look, I have 3 drives formed in the chart. Okay, and after 3 drives, actually on the 3 drive, price should have reached the the level, fresh key level. Actually, with the compression, price should always reach the key level. I don't know what's happening this. Okay, so price should reach the key level with the 3 drive or with the compression. But whenever it creates a 3 drive or a compression, but the compression is completed, the 3 drive is completed, but still the key level is little far, then what price do is basically price starts shooting up with a 90-degree angle, with green candles, all the green candles, right? And right, what price do? Price straight away moves in the fresh key level. So when this shooting up of or the pole up of the price is known as liquidity spike, or it can be a lot of candles getting created, it can be one candle, it can one big candle, or it can be a straight away gap from here. So that is also a liquidity spike. Okay, and what happens, there is a lot of compression and this last MIP is not going to work, friends. This will give a small reaction but it will break because this is a part of the compression. And what will happen, the fresh key level will start giving reactions and kaboom will happen. Price will drop through that particular compression. Okay, so this is how it happens, and I love compression in approach because at those times I get big trades. Okay, so friends, this is Nifty, and this is one of my prediction. I have a couple of years back I predicted this level, and Nifty changed its trend from here, and this is a trade of my lifetime which I predicted in Nifty, where from the trend change happened. I have my all recordings for this because this was discussed in some of my live session long back. Okay, so this is where Nifty is all time high and suddenly it started coming down with what's friends, what is this? First of all, look what happened here at the top. This is the authentic zone, got engulfed, price moved up to the reverse zone, now coming down. Now coming down by creating in a descending channel. Descending channels are bearish, right? And thereafter price started creating one drive, one triangle. This is the second triangle, second drive. This is the third triangle, third drive. So when 3 drives happen, right, and all the levels are compressed at the end, right? All the levels are compressed. So what we call it? We call it as a compression as well as 3 drives. And look, all the triangles are equal in shape. Okay, and after this triangle, what happened? The key level here is little far, and look at the liquidity spike happened there. This is demonetization candle, friends. This is demonetization. This is Brexit. So price came down with a liquidity spike, a big drop in price. Okay, and then what happened? Price made new high, 11,175. So that is what price did from 7,900 odd levels. Okay, so this is the reason in approach to your zone, if it is creating a 3 drive and a liquidity spike, that is very good approach, and you know price is going to go up for sure. Okay, so this is one of the example of 3 drive and a liquidity spike. So after this I have basically 2 more slides, 2 more videos to show you. But before I take you through the video, I want to show you some of the examples basically. Just a second, let me take you back to that example. Before I need to, what I wanted to show you here in this example, yes, we discussed about this example a couple of minutes back, but I wanted to show you something here. Look, in this case, the key level was here, and the 3 drive, the third drive itself touched the key level. In this case, a liquidity spike will not happen. This is the difference. where the three drive of the compression will take the price directly up to the key level, there a liquidity spike is not expected. The liquidity spike is only expected if the, say, look at this case. This is a three drive, right? But the key level, the reverse zone is little far off. And what happened here? Price started moving up in a 90-degree manner. So this is our liquidity spike, because after completion of the three drive, there is still a little move up left for reaching the key level, and that is what price do by creating this kind of a liquidity spike. And never ever take this as a uptrend and lose money, because after touching your level, price will drop down. So never get confused with this. From now on, as a uptrend, this is a false trend, my dear friends. And this is a beautiful way of approach to your zone with a liquidity spike and price drops. As you can see, here in this case, the three drive has formed, has completed a little bit lower than the zone. So price moved up with a liquidity spike to reach the zone. So this is the two examples I wanted to show you. Here in this case, the three drive itself, reach the key level. So there you don't expect a liquidity spike. Hope all of you understand this. All of you are clear on this. Give me a quick check, please. Nobody understood? Anshul, harmonics, as I said, it is a concept from harmonics. You can, if you go and read harmonics, in harmonics people go with scale and starts putting their scale on the screen and they start drawing. Okay, how much curve is there? 1.618 or 0.618 or 7.768, or these are Fibonacci numbers, and they measure the inclination, everything, the curves in harmonics theory. But as I said in the first couple of sessions, if you remember, I talked about harmonics and I said take it very easy. You don't throw away all these scales, you don't need it. You just remember what W does and what M does in harmonics. So if you remember, I made it very, very clear and simple. If it is a name, price will go up. If it is a W, price will go down. Right? So just remember that. I never felt to go and check by using all those. At the end, if you look into those, many of you are, having engineering background and all. So if you take all those harmonics patterns, keep them, all the bearish patterns, keep them side by side, and all the bullish patterns side by side, except ABCD, you will see all of them. Not ABCD, there is a pattern with ABCD, alright. So there is one pattern, except that all W's, you will find it, they are just, a little up and down, but they all falls under the bearishness. No W is there which is bullish, except one, and that you can find there, right? And similarly, there are hundreds of harmonics patterns. So if you go, inside 100, one is going to do the, opposite thing. I only will learn that one thing which is going to work opposite, and rest, every W I will take it as a bearish. I will not even check. I will not put my scales. I will not put my time to analyze, right? So this is what is my take from harmonics. People have fighted with me a lot about this, right? They have, people love to do all these analysis. When your curve is little bit up and down, then might be the pattern will not work. It is not like that. It is not like that, right? So even if you look into harmonics, and if you go and try to do the analysis using your scale, you will find harmonics, there is no particular one point. Even in harmonics, the Fibonacci numbers they give is a range and not a particular point. increase in in the scale. I mean, they will give something like this from 0.618 to say 7.86, something like that. They will give a range. Why you are giving range if you are so sure, right? So this is something I don't think people put all the bearish patterns one side and all the bullish patterns one side. They will be able to understand. I mean, no analysis required, no scales, no nothing, right? This is my assumption, and you may follow, you may not. It's up to you, right? So yes, so yeah. So this is tree drive, my dear friends. You doesn't have to measure it, but yes, you need to see that it has formed as a diagonal. Why I said ascending and descending channel? Because ascending and descending channels are diagonal in nature. Okay, so when it is happening and price is going down deep inside, I mean, at the beginning, friends, you could have asked me one question. Now I am giving you a small tip. You didn't ask me the question. I am telling you what question you could have asked me. In conventionals, when we learned about ascending and descending channel, we said an ascending channel is bearish. Price should go up. And we also said a descending channel is bullish, isn't it? But what happened? The descending channel breaks, price comes down. And this is where I am coming, friends. This is a tip, always remember. When a descending channel breaks in the opposite direction, that is there, always remember this is a liquidity spike, and this is not that it is going to be bearish. This is a bearish signal. This means this descending channel is going to give a big trade. I mean, big move up. I mean, this is bullish and it will remain bullish, right? This is bullish. This is a descending channel, but it will remain bullish, right? So this way down and breaking the lower boundary is not bad. Okay, this way down and breaking the lower boundary is not bad, because it is just a liquidity spike to take the price down to a very key level, important level, and from there price will move up and all the price will become bullish. So this is done to trap the novices. So keep this in note. Yes, Jayaprasad, the same goes for ascending channel. Okay, sometime you may see ascending channel happens. What do you expect? That the lower boundary of the ascending channel to break, right? The lower boundary of the ascending channel to break, and because you know this is a bearish channel, so you will expect it to break. This is what we learned at the beginning. Now this is advanced classes, friends. So something new you have to learn, something advanced you have to learn, so that you still know that an ascending channel will only work as ascending, I mean, as a bullish, bearish channel. But there are two ways. One is the direct way, where it is dropping, coming back and going down. This can be because there is a key level and price has touched it. Or the second way is the same one, price is breaking the upper boundary and going up. This is a liquidity spike, almost 90 degrees, and then it will come down. So both can happen. This may happen because there is a key level a little far off. And this is how to determine, this key levels, this compression and liquidity spike. Friends, quickly give me a check before I take you to the small presentation I have, the video. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so this is one video, right? I have created this video just to make you understand how the tested level happens. How we know that a level is tested. I mean, I'm not able to capture because of time issues, not able to capture the level where you have a compression in the lower time frame. But if you understand this logic, you will be able to find out the lower time frame compressed level. This level is called compressed. Now see what is happening here. There is a support line which price engulfs, comes down, creates a support here, and price moves up, rally, base, and drop is happening. So if this drop takes the price down, what will happen? What kind of a zone will get created here? What kind of a zone will get created here? If this drop takes down, it will be an supply MIP, right? We all know that. So now let us see the video. Just a second. See, oh, sorry. I think I have done something mistake. Just a second. Just a second, friends. Let me start it over. I think I have made some mistake. Okay. Okay, so let us start the video. Okay, so I think the video is not working right. It should work. Yeah, I think. Okay. Just a second. I think I have made some mistake. Just a second. Okay. I think this time it will start. So this is, look what happened now when price, it's still the MIP is not getting created, okay, but the MIP didn't got created, but this candle here, this small candle tested the zone. Can you see the rally based drop is tested by this candle? So this zone is tested before the MIP got created. So this is a supply MIP which got created in the chart, but before it got created, a candle inside it tested the zone. So this kind of a zone is known as a compressed zone. So now price came up to this supply MIP. This is a supply MIP for sure, but it is tested. We do not know it will give some reaction or not, but it still gave some reaction. So one test, second test, price came up to the zone another time, and this is the third test which is happening, and price drops down, right? So as you can see, so there is a test here. This is test 2, and this is our test 3. So we have FTB done, we have 2TB done, and we have 3TB done. Can we expect this MIP to work again? No, this is a compressed MIP, and if price comes back to this another time, it may fail. Okay, so this is what a compressed level means. Okay, so that's all for this one. All of you understood how price tested the zone, how one candle here tested the zone immediately, even before the MIP is getting created. One candle, it came up to the zone and tested the base candle. Even if that happens, that is a test of the zone. Okay, thereafter price again come up. This is second test, then third test, and then it goes. Okay, all of you clear? Give me a check. Is this video helpful to understand how this happens? You have to have a very sharp eye, okay, to understand the compression. If there is a price structure, rally, base, and drop, and the base is tested by the next candle itself after the move out candle. This is the move out candle, and the very next candle has tested it. That means that zone is tested. Okay, so you have to be very cautious. Okay. So this is the reason many times I said you find out a zone. I said it, you do not go for it because it was tested. Okay. Good. Now this is another presentation, friends. Hope this is the same presentation. Okay. So this is another presentation. Okay. So here the same place. This is the supply MIP, and what happened? Price gave its reaction once, twice, and thrice. This is the same supply MIP, right? Now, what happened here? This is Yes Bank and current chart in daily. You can check. Now, what happened, friends? This supply MIP gets engulfed. So, what will happen? Your question, if you remember, will this supply MIP become a hidden zone? Yes, it will have become a hidden zone. And if it has become a hidden zone, what we will do? We will mark our entry, our stop loss here, and we will check how price is coming down towards our entry. And when we are checking, we see that price has created some drop based drop, immediately went up, tested the drop based drop, and then price dropped and created another drop based drop. This is another supply. Price moved up inside it and dropped, by this creating another supply there, right? Price started moving up, tested that supply as well couple of times, and then price falls down. As you can see, all the levels here are tested, right? All the levels, whatever in here is tested, and price is coming down towards our hidden zone. Okay, so this hidden zone should work beautifully and give a big reaction. Okay, so we can mark the compression now. And how will we mark? We will see that the movement down is a diagonal down movement or not. So if it is a diagonal down movement and all the zones there are tested, whatever zones get created, supply zones are tested, that means in our approach there is a lot of compression. Okay, so as you can see, all these zones, rally based drops, all drop based drops and rally based drops in the price in approach are tested. So what is this essentially telling us? That there is no supply orders, price will go up through it, and this is what happened in Yes Bank in recent chart. Okay, so this is what happened in Yes Bank. You have a supply MIP which got engulfed, the hidden zone, and price came down with a compression, and we know when there is a compression, price will surely go through it, and this compression is known as compression in approach. This compression means the level is tested and it can break. This compression means that the level we have is going to give a big reaction. Okay, so you could have made this number. So friends, any question, any challenges on this particular video? Right? I have created this just to make you understand what's happening, what we want to do here. Okay. So same way, here is a rally based rally. This is not a break limit zone, but this has formed inside a broken supply MIP. So this has acted because this is a hidden zone which is acting here. Sometimes inside hidden zone you may find rally based rallies as well. Okay, so those rally based rallies will give some reaction. Okay, because the hidden zone is going to work. Clear? Okay, that's great. If everybody is clear, then we can move forward. So some caution. if any level in between the compression is fresh, or there is a small accumulation distribution or MPL. MPL we will learn in some time after. Inside the compression or fresh outside bar inside that compression, then that will stop the price to move further inside the compression and will give a bounce. I mean, what will happen? So sometimes the first level inside the compression gives a small bounce. This will always happen because the first level is always a MIP. It will give in bounce, but ultimately price will certainly go inside the compression. The last level of the compression sometimes holds the price, and price often bounces up from the last level and goes up again. Okay, so that also happens. So these are the caution. So this is one level. This is a level there, and price has come down with a lot of compression. This is not free type, but this is a lot of compression. As you can see, all the zones are tested here, all the supplies. If I mark all the supplies here, as you can see, all the supplies are tested, all of them, right? All of them are tested, all of them. Okay, so there is no fresh level. Okay, but inside we have taken this trade. We thought that the price will go up, right? And what happened inside the compression? There is a small QM. Okay, and if there is a small QM or a fresh level or a MPL or a outside bar, what will happen? That will stop the price to go farther up through the compression and will send it back, even it can break the zone. Okay, so in that case we will target that particular zone which is inside the compression. Okay, so this is a small
PG?
caution is here. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a doubt. So in this level, so what happens when the next time the price comes up to that level? Will it still break again and go down?
This one? No.
Yeah. No, because we just said no. In the compression, there is a candle coming out, right? So that is why price has went down in this case. So what happens when the price comes up to that level once again?
The same logic will play. How many tests happened of this level? Because this is an important level. That is the reason price has went down. Okay. So we will take one touch, two touch, and if it is the third touch, in this case, this is one touch, this is two touch, and the third touch. Okay, one small reaction will happen, and then price will break up. One day price will certainly go through this compression. Right? One day price will certainly go through this compression, and it might go to this distribution, but before that it might be going down. Okay. So the three touches we have to check here. Okay, so that brings me to the end of the compression, and so now get back to your charts, start analyzing at least 10 scripts and be familiar before next topic. Share your work with your mentor. All the best. Thank you very much. Yes, Jayaprasad, we will learn it in our next session. Okay, in next couple of sessions we will learn it. So end of session. Thank you very much. Hope you have liked this session. If you doesn't, or if you have any queries, questions, any complaints, you can write to me, info@questioninfos.com, and I will surely try to help you. Yes, I love to trade the fresh levels. I do not try to go for the 2 TB or 3 TB, but yes, sometimes price will show you inside the break limit zone. If a MIP gets created, what will you do? You will certainly take a second trade from there, right? So the price itself will tell you by creating another zone, another key level, a trap zone. There, that price is again going to go up. So if that kind of a trap zone is created, then you can take the 2 TB or the third TB or 3 TB trades even more, right? If there is no such thing happened and your break limit zone is tested, FTB done, even on the second TB it can break. Okay, so that's the answer for you. So yes, I love to take FTBs. I do not go for the second, third, but yes, if price creates a trap zone again, then why not, right? That will tell me that price is going to go up. Okay, but FTB is the best to trade always. Okay, so that's it for the day. Hope you have liked the session, and if it doesn't, please write me a mail and I will try to help you out. Okay. So before we go, I will take you to the Trade Tiger charts and let us find out some compression, some liquidity spikes. Enjoy the Saturday evening. Uh, I will take you only 14-15 minutes and then we can discuss. Mm. Can I? This might be no. This is not a break-even zone. I need to see why a break-even zone is there. Do you have a? I remember some of your MIP break-even zone broke, right? Can you give me a, chart where it has happened so that we can check what happened? The LTF one. Uh, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't shared my screen. Okay. Now all of you can see my screen. So that is friends. Look at this. Okay, this is a level. If I mark it correctly, this is the reason I want all of you to mark your zones correctly. Always mark week to week. When you mark it, you will come to know whether your zone is tested or not. Can you see that price has come down and tested your zone, right, and then moved up. By this, another zone got created. So I will again mark that zone, all the base candles week to week. And what you see here, price immediately came down to that zone and tested it. So all the zones here are tested. Okay, all the zones are here are tested. So this is a compression. Even if this is a MIP, what happens? Can you see? This is what happens when there is compression. Price falls very sharply through the compression. Okay. Then I remember. I don't remember all the things. I think disease lab. Can you see this big fall in Divis Lab, my dear friends? Big fall. Look at what has happened. Can you see? If I mark them, all the zones here, one after another, all are tested. Okay, they are all tested. Okay, so they are all tested, as you can see. So you understand, right? If I make a mistake in marking, okay, so all these zones are tested. This one I have not marked properly. It's like this. And then tested, moved up. Now price came down, the distribution happened, moved up, and this is downtrend. Look what happened through the compression. Even not only there the compression was here as well. All the zones are tested. I love compressions in the chart. Okay, and as you can see, all the zones are tested. Okay, so what happened here, this is a wonderful example basically. This was a compression, and inside that, as you can see, there is a outside bar. Nova is capped with outside bar. This was leftover, right? This was leftover. I mean, the outside bar, I traded like this, something like this, and it was leftover. And there was level over level also. Can you see? This outside bar, what I was talking about, it was fresh and it stopped the price to move down farther through this compression. There is a lot of compression here. Even this part is also compressed, okay? And it stopped the price and moved the price up. So this is a ideal example where we have outside bar which is fresh and we stop the price to move inside the compression and throws the price up. But what happened? Thereafter, price again started making compression after compression, and this is a liquidity spike, friends. Look at this. Sometimes liquidity spike happens at the top of the chart, at the all-time high. As you can see, prices never went up so much before, and a liquidity spike happened after a compression. So we know by looking into this liquidity spike that price is going to go up, and by now you also know that when the trend is 90% steep, what happens? The trend is about to break, and then the trend breaks. There are signals. The authentic levels got ended. The distribution formed. Price moves up. You could have taken a trade, and look what happened. Look at this big candle here. Look at this big candle. Some say there is also news, but the news was pre-planned. I mean, there was compression and it has to go down. And this compression doesn't have any good zones in between. And it not only fallen down from that place, but also it took out this compression now. The second time when price came back to that compression, now this is tested. So price fallen down and took out all these compressions. Not only this, but also this. So the next available level was somewhere here, I think. And this is a accumulation, as you can see, fresh accumulation, and price wanted to visit that, and price did visit that, and I mean it also broke that and came down a little. In fact, it has come down to this I mean accumulation, the starting point of the rally, okay, and from there it started bouncing up again, okay. So all of you clear? Now this is not a liquidity spike, okay, but this is a liquidity spike. That is what you need to understand. Liquidity spike happens either after a compression or a trigger, and not just anywhere or everywhere. This is a dangerous spike. I mean, never trade when you see this kind of a thing. So that is there, okay. Friends, are you able to understand the thing? Look at the trade you could have, I mean, big trades, okay. So apart from this, compression is something you will going to find in each and every chart, and I love compressions. So any other chart where there is a compression? Right? Any other chart there is a compression? And after Reddy's program. So can we call this as a compression? Remember, all zones tested and diagonal in nature. It took the price here, right? This is if I am going to trade this area, right? Then what is this? This is compression. Maybe a level over level is there. Probably this is a level over level, and it just flicked out the level and then moved up. But this is a compression, and the compression is there. I know that the price will go up through that compression for sure. Look at the bounce it gave from the compression. Okay. Now an opposite compression is getting created here. This is a opposite compression. So that tells me maybe from here, I mean, level over left is there. Price may again go down for Dr. Reddy's. Okay. So Dr. Reddy's also, if I mark it, everything was compressed here, right? And that is why the big fall happened. Okay. So without compression, big fall never happens. Okay. Look at this area, all are tested zones. That is why it broke. Okay. All tested levels. So price has come down so much. So compression is a very important thing, and you need to always look for it. Yes, depends, no? It depends. So this is first touch, this is second touch, depends. As I said, there is a compression happen and the compression is telling me it will go up. So this type of things you need to check. Okay. So apart from this, any other chart where we have. When I talk about compression, I cannot forget about ICICI Bank. I mean, look at this. What is this? All zones are tested in ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank moved up by testing all its zone, and it's a diagonal in nature. So if it breaks this level, no, if it breaks this level, we will see a big fall in ICICI Bank. I'm telling you, right? If there is anything left over, then only a bounce may expected, but it can come down to this level. This is a important level there, and this is the only level which is holding. And if it fails, I mean, uh, it should give some reaction. I think it is creating a compression here. I mean, it should give some reaction, but if it fails, then there is nothing, because compression price will go through it. Okay. So lot of compression, as you can see this side as well, there is a lot of compression, and that is why price moved up. Okay. So compressions everywhere. Whenever there is a compression, price will go through it. Whenever there is a compression, price will go through it. Okay. So I'm showing you. I am very fast to find it out. Even if with zoom out charts, it will take some time to do that. But hopefully, if you understand the price structures, the four price structures, finding compression is not a difficult task. Okay. So you have to work on the basics. If your basics are strong, finding out this is not at all. So friends, that brings me to the end of today's session. Hope you have liked the session. If you have any complaints, please do write me. If you have any feedbacks, please go and give me my reviews and ratings in the Facebook page. Okay. So thank you. Bye bye. See you then tomorrow at the same time.